All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we're going to be practicing our speaking. We'll be talking about the economy, either in your country or around the world, or things that are going on. Okay. I have a document that I put in the class materials section. You can open that up on your own page if you want, or just take a look at it here on my screen. I'll be sharing it. Okay. The link, if you don't have it, okay, the link is here in the Verbling chat box, as well as in the Google chat box. Okay, very nice. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Hogan. Welcome back.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you again.
Very good. How about Marco? Hi, Marco. How are you?
Hi, Chad. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. And you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Marco, it sounds like you're either from India or Pakistan.
No.
Where are you
You're
from?
wrong. I'm from Italy.
From Italy. Ah, okay. I see the last name. Okay, interesting. Okay, good to have you here.
Thank you.
What part of Italy are you from?
I'm from. Actually, I lived in a north of Italy, but I'm from a south of Italy, Sicily.
That's interesting because when you're from the north and you live in the south. Because when you're speaking, your sound is in the back of your mouth, and most Italians that I know don't speak like that. That's more of an Indian sound. Very interesting. Yeah, I want to hear more. I want to hear more of your accent to see what it sounds like. Very interesting. I like accents, especially in English. I like to figure out where people are from. Very cool. Let's see here. Mustafa, welcome to class.
Hello, teacher. Welcome you. Thank you.
Hi, good to see you again.
Good to see you also. Thank you.
All right, we have Paco. Hi, Paco. Welcome to class.
Hello, teacher.
Hi there. Good to have you back here.
Sweating a lot. It's too hot.
You're sweating a lot. Where are you at? In Madrid?
No, in Malaga.
In Malaga.
In the south.
South. Yeah. Okay. South. Yeah, I would imagine if it's hot. If it's hot in Madrid, I think they told me it was like 40. It was supposed to be 40 one of these days. If it's 40 in Madrid,
yes,
what do you have
inside Spain is about 40.
And where you're at is 43.
On the coast is about 30 at the coast.
Oh, on the coast because fresh. Okay.
But the problem is the high humidity.
Yeah, that'll get you. That'll get you every time. Every time. All right.
It's very muggy. Muggy?
Yeah. Yeah, you can say muggy. Muggy. When it's hot, and there's a lot of humidity, that is muggy, definitely.
Muggy, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, good. Philip, how are you? Welcome to class.
Thank you, teacher. How are you too?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good to see you again.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. The first class.
Very cool. Very cool. Jacqueline, where are you from?
Brazil, São Paulo.
São Paulo, okay. Very nice. Good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Anna, welcome back. Good to see you again.
Thank you, teacher. Likewise, I hope so.
Very cool. Amparo, welcome back to class. Good to have you here.
Good to see you.
Very good. And Ken. Hi, Ken. Welcome. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I also went to the restroom.
All right. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's take a look at our questions for today. The sheet that I put in the chat box has some vocabulary words, some collocations, phrasal verbs, as well as idioms. Okay. I invite you to go through and learn some of those with our collocations. Collocations for debt. Oh, okay, yeah, collocations for debt. These are pretty good. Here, close up shop. Yeah, all of them are pretty good. Sometimes they have some phrases here that aren't very useful, but these seem to be fairly useful. Okay, very nice. let's see here. Let's start off over on the left-hand side. We started on the right last time or last hour. So Ken, we'll start off with you. Okay. So now, you guys, in this class, okay, I'll be taking notes on what you say. If it is a yes or no question, what is a yes or no question? This one, for example, is I want you to explain why. Use the time to speak. Okay. So are you interested in the economy? You could say yes, but I want you to say more. I want you to say why, or maybe no, and I want you to tell me why. So just don't say yes or no. If you do, you'll lose your opportunity to speak, and I won't be coming back around to you for until we come back around. Okay. All right. So let's see here, Ken. So are you interested in the economy? Yes or no? Why not?
Yes, I'm interested in the economy because economic is the basic, one of the basics of our life. So, but my knowledge about economy is not so deep or profound, because nowadays world became very complicated. World's economy became very complicated. So I just follow the news. So I don't know so much about the economy actually.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. Okay, so a couple of things here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first up, okay, not so deep. You said my understanding of economy is not so deep. Okay. I would probably say is not very big. Not I would probably stay away from the word deep. We typically say maybe go in depth into conversation or something like that. But having a deep understanding, we use it at different times. You can say deep understanding together, but I wouldn't separate it and say my understanding isn't so deep. I might use the word profound, okay, or large, okay, or vast. My understanding isn't very vast, okay, something like that instead of the word deep, okay.
Okay.
Whenever you talk about economy, you're always going to say the economy, okay? Even if you're talking about a specific country, the British economy, the something economy, the world economy, okay? When you're just talking about it in general, it is still the economy, okay? Here you said nowadays world become very complicated, okay? All right, so here you need to use present perfect. Nowadays, and add the S on there, nowadays, okay, the world has become. Okay, so here we are at the world has become very complicated. Okay? All right, very good. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, Amparo, give me 1 second here. Okay, so we don't have too many. Okay, Amparo, how about you? Are you interested in the economy? Yes or no? Why or why not?
Well, even when I am not an expert in the economy subject, well, I think that we have to know something about the economy, and you can notice how it affects you when you go to buy, and and you can realize if the money that you have is enough to buy the things that you used to buy before. So even in these small details, you can notice that how the economy is just changing the valuation or something. The prices are increasing, they're rising every day. So in that way, you are involved in the economy.
Okay, very good. Okay. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. All right, you said even though I am not an expert in economy subject, I think you said the economy subject. Here, what you want to say is I'm not an expert in the economy. Okay, so that's one way to say that. So expert in the economy. Or the second one would be expert in the subject of economy. Okay. Economy. Okay. Next one here. You can realize the money you have is enough to buy. Okay, to buy whatever it is. Okay. So when you go to the store, okay, instead of saying you might. Let's see here. You realize. So when you go to the store, you realize you have enough money to buy the things you need. So we kind of mix this around. So when you're saying you can realize, you want to use simple present. Okay, because you're not saying that you have the ability. Everyone has the ability to do it, but that it's a typical thing. When you go to the store, you're participating in the economy. You realize you have enough money to buy the things. Okay, so yeah, let me write that out so you can see what it is. So you realize you have enough money to buy. Okay, so we're going to stick enough before money instead of enough to buy. Right? Okay. The valuation. Valuation is when you're pricing out certain items, like valuating.
I tried to say devaluation.
Okay, the devaluation of money. There we go. Okay, that would work. Okay, devaluation. That would make sense in what you were saying. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Okay, and the last one here. In that way, you are involved in the economy. Okay. Okay, instead of in, just take out in. That way. Yeah. That way, you're involved in the economy. Or this way you're involved in the economy. Or yeah, I would take out in. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Let's come down to this one here. Anna? Anna, what do you think are the main economic problems in the world today?
Okay. Social classes gap. I'm not sure if I can say. Recession. What else? Inflation in some countries, deflation in another countries.
Okay, so one suggestion I'm going to give you: use complete sentences.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think the main economic problem nowadays is unemployment and recession. Recession leads to unemployment because a lot of companies lay off their employees, and I believe that social gaps are a huge problem in this globalized economic world. Teacher, oh my gosh, people from all over the world have this craving for consumption, and there are people who are hungry, living below the line of poverty. For this reason, I believe that the social gap is the main economic problem.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. So it wasn't until the very end that I understood what you were saying with social. You were saying social gap. Social gap, okay? So probably with social gap, I would say the economic, okay? The economic gap, okay? Or one way I believe what they're saying it in the United States is the income gap, okay? Or the income equality, okay? Okay, so, all right, at the beginning of your statement, you're answering and you're saying, I believe that the main economic problems is, okay? And so here I put economic problems are. Okay, so making sure that your subject and your verb are matching. I believe that the main economic problems in this world or in the world today are. Okay, a lot of companies lay off their employees. Okay, so I would use two. Well, depending on what you want to say, you can say are laying off. Okay, or so are laying off. Or you can say have laid off. Okay, have laid off their employees. Okay, are laying off would mean that they're doing it right now in this moment. Have laid off. Okay, it refers to, well, it happened in the past and it's still true today. Okay, so depending on whichever one you want to say, I would make a choice between them. Okay, instead of saying layoff, because that just means it happened in the past and it's not happening anymore. Okay. Next one, globalized. Okay. So watch your pronunciation on your ed endings. Instead of globalized, it's globalized. Okay. And then last one here, below the line of poverty. We call this below the poverty line. Poverty line, like so. Okay. All right. Good job. Good job, Anna. Thank you. Okay, let's go to David. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Good. David, same question. What do you think are the main economic problems in the world today?
Well, we have many problems. I think one is education. I think education is important to have our economy to grow and burst. Another problem is the bad distribution of wealth. Another problem is probably the main one is people are getting greedier every day and they don't want to share with their neighbors. I guess those are some of the problems I can see in the economy.
Okay, good job. Good conclusion. Okay. All right. So your grammar was pretty good. Okay. I only grabbed one phrase out of what you said. You said the education is important to have an economy to grow. You said grow. Sorry, not go. I mistyped that. So you did say grow. To grow and burst. Okay. All right. So here the education or education is important. And I would probably add in between important and to have in order.
In order to.
Yeah. In order to have an economy, okay, and then I'm going to say that will. Okay, that will grow, and I probably wouldn't say burst because bursting sort of reminds people of the economic bubbles. Okay, so you don't want the economy to go pop because then that's what happened in the United States and with the depressions and whatnot, and recently in 2007.
I think I meant flourish. That's what I meant.
Flourish is better.
Yeah.
Okay, to grow and flourish. Okay, so here we want to say in order to. Okay, in order to have, right? And then an economy. Okay, that will. Okay, that will grow
and flourish.
Okay, and that would be good. Okay, good job.
Thank
good
you.
Job, nice answer. Okay, let's go to Hogan.
Okay.
Okay, Hogan, do you worry about the world economy? Is it something that that occupies your mind?
Yes, I'm very worrying about the world economy these days. For the couple of reasons. The difficult problem is how to distribute the wealth to evenly. Not exactly evenly, but these days too much wealth is to very little people. So even in Greece at this point, a lot of the rich, they have a lot of money instead of besides most of the people don't have much money to spend and living their lives. So this is one thing, and also as the technology is sophisticated and grows, a lot of the simple job is been disappeared. So that's a good thing for your daily life, even convenient. But in the other hand, those the jobs are disappearing is another big problem. So they don't have enough money to spend these days. So the economy cannot be better than before. So yeah, I'm very worrying about the world economy these days.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Let's take a look here. Hey. All right. So first up here, you said, I'm very worrying about the world economy these days. Okay. Now, you can, instead of using worrying, I would use worried. I am very worried about the world economy today. Okay. Or you can say, yeah, I am worrying more and more. I am worrying more and more about the economy these days. That if you want to use worrying, I am worrying, the present progressive, you'd have to, because that's talking about right now. Okay, and it's an action that's currently occupying your thoughts right now. So if you say more and more, kind of elongates that. Okay, but if you say I'm very worried, okay, that's a feeling that you have. You're talking about a feeling that you're feeling. Okay.
Oh, okay. So but the feeling.
Yes. Okay. So I wouldn't use this as an action, but as a feeling. So I'm very worried is what I would say here. Okay. Distribute the wealth too evenly. Okay, and I meant to write like so, too evenly or too even. Okay, so it's important to distribute the wealth instead of too even. Yeah, I would say evenly. It's important because we want an adverb that is working with distribute. Okay, so we're going to say evenly. Okay, or you can say an even, using that as an adjective, and even distribution. Okay, an even distribution of wealth. Okay, so you have a couple of ways you can change that. So we need an even distribution of wealth, or we need to distribute the wealth evenly.
Okay.
Okay, instead of saying too evenly, too is used in negative situations. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. Oh, I don't want any more pizza. Okay, that's too much. Okay, so it's used in negative situations, right? Okay, rich pronunciation, instead of saying reach, okay, use the short I, rich.
Rich.
Okay. Good. Next one here is, let's see here. Okay, most of the people don't have a lot of money. Okay. Okay. Most of the other people is how we would say this.
Rest of the people.
Okay, you can say most of the other people if you want to include other, or it would be most of the people. That would be the other thing you can say.
Most of the people.
Okay, or the other way would be the other people. Okay, here you were talking about the rich. The rich or the wealthy have a lot of money to spend on da-da-da-da. Okay, and then you have three ways. Most of the other people, most of the people, the other people don't have a lot of money. Okay. Last one, a lot of simple jobs is disappeared. If you're saying a lot, that means more than one. Okay. So here we're going to say, or is been. Okay. You can say have disappeared instead of is been disappeared. Okay. Have disappeared.
Oh, have disappeared.
If you say been, you're now using present perfect continuous. Okay. And you don't need continuous. Okay. So have disappeared.
Have disappeared. Okay.
Okay. Disappeared. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to Marco.
Yeah.
Okay, Marco. How about you? Do you worry about the world economy very much?
Yes. I'm worried about the economy. First of all, because I studied the economy, finance. And so if I'm going to find a work, it depends on the economy. And in another hand, I worry about the economy because it interested me, and I think that the worst is passing on, and the situation is going better.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let's take a look here. All right. So a couple of things. First up, you said if I'm going to find a work, it depends on the economy. Okay. So work does not need the article there. So all you would need to say is if I'm going to find work. Okay. If I'm going to find work, now if you say it. Okay, that is third person singular. You need to add an s to the verb depend. Okay.
Depend.
Okay. So if I'm going to find work, okay, it depends on the economy. Okay. Okay. Next one here. It interested me. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to think of how you said it, and it was a little off. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's why. So you just say it interests me. Okay, because you were talking about now. I study the economy, and it interests me. Okay. If you studied the economy, okay, in the past, okay, then you would say it interested me. Okay, but in your sentence, what you were saying, you were speaking in present tense. I study the economy, and then you use past tense of interest. Okay, it interested me. Okay. If you wanted to say this, I'm studying the economy right now. The reason why I started to study was because it interested me. Okay, so you can say that you are studying now, but then kind of go back and say, well, the reason why I started to study the economy was because it interested me. That would be okay, but it has to match something. You can't go from present tense to past tense without explaining why. Okay?
I have to use the present.
Good, good. All right, nice job. Nice job. Thank you, Marco.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's go to Mustafa. Okay. Mustafa, do you have any ideas about how the problems in the economies, in the world economies, or in your country's economy can be solved?
Okay. Problems away. Actually, I think it depends completely, or it's not completely, like 70% of it depends on political issues, because I think it's related to there is a relation between like economic issues and political issues.
Okay,
so
hold on, Mustafa, hold on one second. Focus on your R's when you're speaking. Okay, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, so it's focusing. Sorry to break your train of thought, but yeah, I just want to remind you: focus on your accent when you're speaking. Okay, this is when you want to do it. Okay, this is when the training and reading comes head to head. Okay, all right, go for it again.
Okay, I think there is like a big relation between economic issue and political issue. Like I think they are connected. They are both connected together, and like a huge economic problem nowadays because of political issues. So because of maybe this country or that country has a problem, so maybe they will go ahead to the economy and maybe translate their issue to the economy. Like for example, like there is a problem between USA and Russia, they will go to the economy, and oil prices become down to hurt or harm the economy of Russia, maybe, or Iran, or something like that. So I think it's related to the political issue, and if we gonna solve the political issue, we can solve the economic issue as well. This is like a huge part of it.
Okay, very good. 1 second. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, so just by thinking about it like that, you were able to speak, okay, and correct your accent a little bit more as you were going. That's what you want to do. Okay, so if you forget about that as you come in and you're practicing your speaking, then the work that you do when you're in your reading and pronunciation doesn't do you any good. Okay, so this is where you want to practice those things that we practice in the pronunciation classes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, very good. So, all right, so and you did say huge. Sorry, I was typing fast. So a huge problem nowadays because of political issues. Okay, so here you did not include a verb. Okay, so you have a huge problem nowadays because of political issues. I need a verb. Okay, so in this section, how could you fix that, Mustafa? What do you think?
I think a huge problem nowadays, of course.
Okay, okay, you can say that. I think a huge problem nowadays, okay, is because of. Yeah, is because of political issues. So you can start off with I think, but all you would need to do is say is in between nowadays and because. Okay.
Okay.
So is because of. Okay. Okay. Another one that I heard, and I was trying to grab onto some things. You did well. Okay. You did well. These are just two things that I heard as you were speaking. For example, there is a problem in Russia or Asia. They will go to the economy. Okay. So in this section, okay. If you're going to set up an example or whatnot, you could say if there is a problem in Russia or Asia. Okay, they will. Okay, so now we're going to use first conditional here. Okay, so I would start off after, for example, then I would say if there is a problem in Russia or Asia. Okay, now I wouldn't say they will go to the economy. They will blame it. Okay, on the economy. Now you might also want to think about switching out will for might. Okay, they might blame it on the economy. Okay, it referring to the problem. Blame, okay, saying, no, it's the economy's fault. It's not our fault, it's the economy, right? So blaming. Okay, so if there is a problem in Russia or Asia, they might blame it on the economy. Okay, so if you're setting that up, that's going to be first conditional, and you can replace will with might or may in those types of situations. Okay. Okay. All right. Good job. Much better job with your accent as you were speaking. That was good. Thank you. Okay. Very good. Paco, you're next. Paco, do you have any ideas about how the problems could be solved?
No, not at all. I haven't the foggiest idea.
I haven't the foggiest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think even the politicians don't have any idea. They just made it for the vote. I don't know the economic lately. I think it's a mess all over the world. I have I happen to have two sons. One of them, the younger, is have a degree in PE education, physical education teacher, and he's working in London. He's been working there for two years now. He's serving coffee in a cafe because he can't find a job here in Spain. The other son, the other, has a degree in industrial engineering, and he's serving coffee here in a cafe here in Malaga. So I think this is a mess, you know. There is a big problem with the economy, and I don't have idea because even the politicians have ideas that are totally ones against others. So, for example, we have now the case of Greece, where the Europeans think in a way to solve the situation, and Tsipras, the Greek politician, the Greek leader now, think totally different from them.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let's take a look here. Let's
Just
take a
to
look.
say something.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Okay. So, first up, you said, I think even the politicians. Okay. I even think the politicians. Now, you can, as I think about this, you can switch the place of even to emphasize certain things. So as I think back on this, I even think the politicians, or I think even the politicians. No, I think that's okay. In this particular instance, you're giving more emphasis to politicians. So yeah, let's skip that one. That one's all right. That one's all right. Okay, they just made it for the votes. Okay, now, so you're talking about, you said, I think even the politicians don't know what to do. Okay. Probably in this section, I would explain what it refers to. They just made it, made what? Suggested changes or something like that. I didn't know what it meant in this part. So make sure that you're explaining what that pronoun represents. Okay. So they just made changes, or they just made suggestions to us to get votes. Okay. Instead of saying for the votes, I would probably say to get votes, to get more votes.
To get votes, right.
Okay. Next, the economic lately. Okay. I think it's a mess all over the world. Okay. The economy instead of the economic. Okay. The economy, or you can just say economics. Okay. Economics lately. Okay. Are a mess. Okay. And you can say that. You can pause. You say the economy lately. I think it's a mess all over the world. Okay, so if you're pausing, now if you're pushing this all together, okay, I would probably say the economy lately is a mess all over the world. And you can add I think in there, that's okay, but the main thing there is just changing the economic to the economy. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, when you were talking about your sons, you said younger has a degree. Okay, I would say the younger one. The younger one has a degree in PE.
Yes.
Okay, when you were talking about the other one, that was good. Okay, the other one has a degree in industrial engineering. Okay, both are serving coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here I don't have idea. Okay, an idea. I don't have an idea. An idea. So we need an article in front of idea there. Next one. They have ideas that are totally against others. Okay, who are the others?
Others' ideas.
Okay, all right. Okay, there we go. So they have ideas that are against others' ideas. So, and this goes to pronouns and representing other things. What you can do in Spanish and what you cannot do in English. Okay. In this instance, we can't do that. Remember, English speakers are stupid. You have to tell us what you're referring to, or else we're like, what? Okay, we don't know. There aren't the connections that there are in other languages. Okay, and it's not because we are stupid. I mean, it's really just a joke to represent that. But really, grammatically speaking, Okay,
Yes.
you cannot do the same things. You have to mention to us. You have to be very literal. So against others' ideas or other ideas. Okay. Okay. And the last one here, the Europeans think in a way to solve the problem. Okay. Instead of in a way, okay, I would say Europeans are thinking of a way. Okay, or Europeans are currently thinking of a way to solve the problem. Instead of think in a way, are thinking of a way. Yeah?
Of a way, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, nice job, Paco. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Philip.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, very good. So talking about, let's see here. Okay, let's go to this one here. So there's a lot of countries in the world, for example, Iran and Russia. They're receiving economic sanctions. Okay, and then there are other places throughout the world that are receiving economic aid from countries from around the world. Do you think these things help economies? Okay, or do you think it helps? So, for example, what they're trying to do in Russia, you know, trying to stop them from attacking Ukraine, or in Iran, trying to stop them from developing a nuclear bomb. At least that's what they say. That's why they're doing it. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a politician. Okay, but do you think these things work?
I don't think it works because it's a mix of politics into economic. So making that is to take out some wealth to the global economy. When I take example of Cuba, that has been on embargo for so many years. You see how Cuban peoples are poor, and they didn't participate in the global economy. So, and even those who put on those sanctions also lose something because they cannot sell to that to that people. The companies are against those sanctions because they want to sell to the world, and when the politicians sanction them by restrict the exportation, they don't feel good with that. So I think it's not a good thing. Politics must not be mixed.
Okay.
Economy.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you, Philip. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. All right, very nice. So, okay, so first up you said making that is to take out some wealth. Okay, instead of making, we're going to say doing. Doing that, okay, we'd probably say removes some wealth from the global economy. It removes some wealth. Okay. Next one here. That has been in embargo, so we're talking about Cuba here, okay, for too many years. Okay, so instead of has been in embargo, okay, we say under. Okay, so Cuba has been under an embargo for too many years. Okay, so has been under an embargo. Yeah. Next up, they didn't participate in the global economy. Okay, I would change that from simple past to past, present perfect. Okay, they haven't participated in the global economy. Why? Because they're still not doing that. They haven't in the past, and up till this point, they are still not participating. Okay, it may happen shortly. Okay, but they still are not participating in the global economy.
Yes.
Okay, so they haven't participated. Okay. Next here, because they cannot say to that people. Okay, instead of saying to that people, it's going to be to those. To those people.
Okay.
And it would be to that person,
Hmm.
but those people. Okay. And last one, if you have a verb after a preposition like by, your verb needs to change to ing. By restricting, okay, exportation of, okay, or the exporting of something. Okay, so by restricting. Okay. Now I don't know if it's exportation. I think we might say the exporting of.
Okay.
Okay. By restricting the exporting or the exportation. I can't. My Spanish and English are getting mixed in my head right now. So I think it's the exporting, but I don't know. My Spanish side is saying no, it's exportation. Okay. Good. All right. Nice job. Nice job, Philip. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Okay. Let's go to Ken. Okay. All right, Ken. Have you heard any conspiracy theories about the economy?
Conspiracy theory about the economy. It's related. It's not just the economic problem, but it's related to economy anyway. You know that before the nuclear power plant accident happened, Japanese mass media rarely report.
Okay, say that part one more time. I did not get it. So before the
nuclear power plant accident, Fukushima, happened, Japanese mass media was rarely report.
Okay, that word right there. Japanese what? Japanese
mass media.
Oh, okay. The Japanese mass media. Got it. Okay, good.
Mass media was rarely reporting the dangers of nuclear power plant, and they're almost silent. They remain silent almost, because you know the electric company was the big sponsor of I think the biggest sponsor for mass media. So the newspaper, TV, radio didn't report that almost at all. They just repeatedly say almost it's safe. You know, it's because technology is high enough and protection is high enough. It's safe, and maybe such kind of conspiracy or lie. Say it in the mass media, and people don't care so much about that, how much danger it is. But actually, the accident happened, and actually, that nuclear power plants didn't have how can I say, emergent power of how can I say, additional generator. So when tsunami and earthquake happened and they lost electricity, they didn't do anything about that. So they didn't prepare even the one additional generator. So that kind of thing was shocking after that accident. It was revealed after the accident. So I realized maybe mass media, what mass media said is not always true, because it could be biased by the sponsors or intention. That's it.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, let's take a look here. All right, so okay, you said okay, they remain silent almost. Okay, let's see here. I don't know if I would use almost in here. Maybe they almost remain silent, but you could say they mostly, okay, or they sort of remain silent. instead of saying almost, yeah, I just wouldn't use the word almost there. So they sort of remained silent, maybe.
Okay. Almost silent.
Okay, silent. Next one here. It was a kind of conspiracy theory. Okay, something like that. Okay, so this is a phrase that I hear many Japanese people say. So it was a kind of this. Okay, so I would say, let's see here. It was like. Okay,
Right.
instead of saying it was a kind of, it was like a conspiracy theory. Okay, or it was much like. Okay, you could say like or much like a conspiracy theory instead of saying a kind of. Okay, people don't care very much. People don't care about that very much. All right, so here I would probably say didn't. So you were talking about something in the past and then you flipped to present. Okay, so make sure if you're talking about the reports and things like that were coming out, okay, you maintain past tense. People didn't care about that very much. Okay, they didn't prepare even one additional generator. Okay, in this sense, I would probably move even to they didn't even prepare one additional generator instead of to emphasize one. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't do that. So they didn't even prepare, and then I would take out the, okay, and it would be just one. So they didn't even prepare one additional generator. Didn't even prepare. Okay. And let's see. Oh, that was our last one there. Okay, good. All right, nice job, Ken. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, and let's see here. Amparo, let's go to you. All right, so Amparo, how is the economy in your country? Talk to us about it.
Well, I think it's stable because we are using dollar for currency more than 10 years ago, and that is a way that in some companies had decided to invest a little more in our country, and that because it's safer, and also there are people coming from the neighbors countries just trying to work here in order to get money in dollars. That is strong, that the money that they have. But nowadays there are some rumors here that we are going to have our own money, so the state can't devaluate the money or again, and people are concerned about that because they say that also they can't have auctions to happen. There is an auction that the illegal money can be in the market.
Okay, all right, yeah, that'd be strange to go to go to a dollar standard and then come off of the dollar standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's take a look here.
Because with the dollar, they cannot do anything.
Exactly. They can't print money. It just is what it is. But they want to have more control so they can devaluate the money. Okay. So, all right. So I think it's stable. So combine those S's. I think it's stable.
I think it's stable.
There you go. Good. We are using the dollar more than 10 years ago. Okay. Here
we
have been. Yeah. Exactly. We've been using the dollar for more than 10 years now. Okay. So we have been using the dollar, for more than 10 years now. Okay. Next one. Also, there are people coming from the neighbor's country. Okay. All right. So there are also people. Okay, there are also people coming from the neighboring countries, okay, to work. Okay, okay, they're coming here because their money. You said that is strong than the money they have. Okay, because they're coming to work to get dollars, because it is. So it's going to be because it is stronger than the money they have. Okay. Okay. And the state can devaluate the money again. So that's why they want to do this. So instead of devaluate, we have the modal can devalue. Okay. They want to change it over so that they can devalue. Right? So instead of saying they can devaluate, leave it in its base form. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Okay, you guys. Thank you very much for coming in. I got to roll to my next class. I think tomorrow night I might be doing a class. Stay tuned. I haven't programmed it in yet because I don't know what time I'm getting back from my my activity tomorrow. So, thank you for coming in. We'll see you later.
Teacher,
Take care.
take care. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It is. It's been amazingly strong in the last few months.